Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is a Montazar from the Chicago camp, coming back at you again with another lesson entitled, Viola Davis is the best bargain in Hollywood. All right, so in this particular short, you hear the very skilled, very accomplished, um, Oscar winning, Emmy winning, Tony winning, Broadway, TV, and film actress Viola Davis. All right, talks about the inequality, all right, as far as the pay in Hollywood. Okay, she goes on to say that a white male will make $1 million. Well, she won't say. She's basically saying that whatever a white male makes, the white female makes half of that. Okay. And she makes 10% of whatever the white female makes. Okay. The so called white female. Now, to put that in perspective, as an example, if a Caucasian male makes $1 million for a movie, his female white counterpart would make 500,000 or half a million. And Viola Davis, with all of her accolades and accomplishments, would only make 10% of that, which would be $50,000. Okay? All right. So outside of all of the accolades and a stellar career, all right, she's being lowballed in everything she does. Okay? So let's listen to her, and then we're going to follow it up with some scriptures.
What they're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid, well, we get probably a tenth of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number one on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth. I have more than a 30-year professional career. I had a friend who said, yeah, but Viola, your career is better than my career. I said, yeah, but you can't compare me to you. Because once again, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me. And yet I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it.
Okay.
What they're getting.
All right. So you heard it from herself. Okay. So let's go to, I think it's First Maccabees, the 3rd chapter. All right. Let's see. Let me see. 2nd chapter. This is First Maccabees, the 2nd chapter, 10th verse. It says, "What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All of the nations of the earth have profited off of Israel." Okay? You so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, West Indians and Haitians. All right? All of the nations have profited and gained off of the nation of Israel. Okay? This is no different. Okay? She made a comment. She says, you can't compare me with you. Well, Viola, that's true. You can't compare her with you. You're an Israelite. Okay? So you're going to be more talented. You're going to be filled with so much more salt and grace. All right? You're going to command way much more attention on the screen. You're much more powerful because you're an Israelite. Deuteronomy 7:6, it says, "For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy power." It says, "Yahweh thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." Okay? It's not an accident. It's not an accident that you won Oscars and Emmys and Tonys and you didn't done Broadway. You talented, baby. You Israelite. Okay? But the reason why you complaining is because you're cursed. All of us are cursed. Okay? We're living out our last punishment. this last kingdom, Esau, Edom, that we're living under. Okay? So we're being punished. This is not our rest. Let's look at Deuteronomy 28. It says, but it shall come to pass, verse 15, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. I'm not going to read all the curses, but let's look at 16 and 17. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Okay? So wherever you at, you're going to be cursed. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. All right? Thy basket and thy store. Cursed is your enterprise is cursed. Okay? You're not going to be able to build up. Okay? It's not meant for you to build up because this is not your rest. Okay? This Jeremiah 22. Jeremiah 22 and 13. And it reads, because Esau has been unrighteous, right, in his dealings. But look what the Lord says to Esau and all these nations, all right, who've used us wrongfully. It says, woe or destruction unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. Okay? So there's a rich history here in America and all throughout the earth, but especially in America, that the Israelites, all right, so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, West Indians and Haitians, all right, they've used us, all right, and they've used our service without wages, okay, and have given us not for our work. You're not the only one, okay? You're just more recognizable today. But there's plenty of history, especially with when you look into the sharecropping, all right? After slavery, okay, after 1865, you have all these sharecroppers, all these issues with sharecroppers, and you also have massacres behind them trying to get equal pay. All right. Where I want to go now, Leviticus 19. Leviticus 19 and 13. All right. It says, thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. You see, you're supposed to, according to the Lord, you're supposed to get paid the same day. Every day you're supposed to get paid. Ain't nobody supposed to be holding on to your money. Esau going to hold on to the money. All right. He going to keep it to a certain time so he can get interest off of the money that's in the bank, so he can make some money off of it before he gives it back to you. That's how that works. Let's go to Isaiah 51. Everything comes out of the Bible. I'm fit to show you something that come out the Bible. You ever heard of the saying, I'm so tired of people walking all over me? All right. That come out of the Bible too. This is Isaiah 51 and 22. Therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus said the Lord Yahweh thy power, that pleaded the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. Okay? There's people walking all over you, figuratively, okay? And literally. Literally. Those are our enemies. All right? That said to us, bow down that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. All right? This is a perfect example of that. Okay? Micah 2 and 10. You know what? Before I go Micah 2 and 10, let's go Micah 7 and 9. Okay? Because this is what we have to do, Miss Davis, Miss Viola Davis. Okay? First of all, you got to repent. All right? You got to repent and pray that the Father allows Yahushua to sup with you. Okay? And pray that you're of the elect. This is Micah 7 and 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light and I shall behold his righteousness. Okay? So just a little while longer, we have to suffer, all right, in this kingdom, all right, as our punishment. Okay? But it's almost over. So in closing, on Micah 2 and 10, it says, arise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. Miss Viola Davis, this is not your rest, okay? You have to understand who you are and why, okay, you're being used despitefully, okay? You're an Israelite. You won all of those accolades because you're above all people, okay? You're talented, all right, beyond measure. But we have to use our talents, okay, toward the Lord, all right? We got to get a hold of this truth, all right? We got to repent and come back to the Lord, all right? And he's gonna bring us to the light again. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.